Hello and welcome to my PDP analysis PowerPoint. On this slide I'm talking about the graduate market. So at the top you can see that management degrees have the highest number of people in graduate jobs. There is a mixture of skills needed, one of the first ones being communication skills, and the CIPD also correlates with these skills. And at the bottom you can see the skills that I found in my last assignment, which highlight all the skills which an employee is looking for a graduate. My self-analysis results highlight where I have strengths and weaknesses. It shows me what I need to improve, and I therefore can set goals off of this for my personal development plan. So for example, my SWOT analysis says I have a weakness in problem solving, and therefore has been something that I'm striving to improve over the last couple of months. Here is part 1 of my PDP. Communication, time management and leadership are areas I have chosen to develop in. I have set out how I will achieve this, what resources I have used, my success criteria, and the date I want to achieve this by. Part 2 of my PDP highlights how I want to improve management skills, problem solving, and writing skills. The ways I have chosen to achieve these is through applying for work experience, looking into root causes of my struggles, and using support from professionals and my university. The last two skills I chose to improve was self-resilience and numeracy skills. The outcome I wanted from these skills, such as improving my grade and feeling more confident, will all help me in my future career plans after I finish university. Here is my gap analysis. It shows the skills that I have compared to the skills that employees are looking for, and shows where I have gaps within my understanding and skills I have. So for example, a skill that employers are looking for is a good HR understanding, and I don't necessarily have that skill yet, so therefore it would be something that I would strive to develop in. To improve my communication skills, I ensured I was reaching out to my lecturers through email and asking for feedback and help with my assignments I was struggling with. I learned that through having meetings and emailing, I can feel more confident and supported with reaching my goals in my studies, and I should use the support provided to me through the university to get the best outcomes in my work. Time management has always been a struggle for me, so I wanted to improve this. So to help, I spaced out all my assignments, meaning I left plenty of time to get feedback. I went to the library to do my studies, and I learnt that not leaving things to the last minute creates a less stressful experience, and I felt so much more confident in the work that I was actually handing in. Leadership has always made me feel quite anxious, as I am a shy person. However, through taking the leap and leading in my seminar groups and applying for leadership roles within university, I've learned I do actually have the skills to lead. I feel more confident and ready to challenge myself for more leadership roles. And I also feel like if I was to do it again, I have the skills and I'm actually quite good at it, which is something I wasn't expecting, but I'm really proud of myself for taking that jump. I've never actually had any experience with management. However, through applying for jobs within the management field and getting interviews, I have learnt that I am capable of gaining interviews for this field. And although the jobs didn't work out for me, it gave me skills and knowledge on how to face management interviews and the skills that are needed for these roles in the future when I do apply for management jobs. Scabies was probably one of the biggest problems I have faced, mainly because it was so hard and confusing to get rid of. It was really rough. However, through making thorough plans, listening to advice, and working as a team, we did manage to get rid of them. It was really stressful and worrying time, but looking back, I'm really proud on how I solved this problem effectively and efficiently to eradicate them, and thankfully we no longer have them, and I'm very glad for that. I've always struggled with writing and literacy. However, it hasn't been a problem until I joined university. And since failing an assignment, I decided to look into the root causes, and turns out I have a learning disability. Since getting that diagnosis, I now get extra support and I can look into how to improve and things that will help me improve my writing skills. I've also been practicing on how to write analytically, which was something that I found out I was struggling with as I was more descriptive than analytical. Self-resilience is probably one of my biggest developments in the last couple of months. After failing an assignment in my previous semester, I found that it really rocked me. It really made me doubt myself, my educational emails, the way I was writing. I just doubted myself completely. However, I decided to just look back at my assignment. I emailed, I reached out for help, I had meetings, I really worked hard on trying to improve my grade instead of letting it just completely rock me. And I was saying, oh, I'm going to drop out of university. I didn't do that. I worked on it, I improved, and I did manage to improve my grade and pass it in the resit, which I'm really proud of. And I think if I didn't fail this assignment, I wouldn't have changed how I was doing my assignments. I wouldn't have looked into what was wrong. I wouldn't have left more time for my next assignments. And although it was a really hard time, it actually was a blessing because it's really inspired me and helped me for my future. And in all my my following assignments, I've really looked and see what can I improve, what can I change, and I'm really grateful for, as silly as it sounds, for failing my last assignment because I think it's really changed me for the better. This has always been a weakness for me. It's never been something I've enjoyed, never something I've wanted to improve, but obviously with it being in my personal development plan, I have looked into improving it, and by doing online tests every week, I have gained more confidence in my numeracy skills. And obviously I haven't done any maths since my GCSEs, so refreshing my knowledge has really improved my confidence and my skills within numeracy, which I'm really happy about. The last couple of months, I have learned a lot, notably that I have a learning disability, that I need to be more confident, and that using in-seminar help has really improved my outlook of my learning and improving my skills. A skill I didn't plan on learning was flexibility. With big life events happening, I had to balance my uni work and still assure they were getting done because obviously my uni work is a priority, and even though you have things happening in your life, you still need to ensure that you are getting your work done because ultimately it's providing you with a future. Because of all the development I have made a revised SWOT and gap analysis, and as you can see, I have a lot more skills compared to the skills that employees are looking for, so therefore I'm more at a level of what employers are looking for in the future. Furthermore, with my revised SWOT, you can see that I've got new strengths, so problem solving, communication and leadership are something that I now feel confident in. My weaknesses are still numeracy and writing skills and management skills because I still feel like I can have more improvement in those. However, you can see the development that I have made compared to my previous SWOT and gap analysis. So following all the development I have made in the last couple of months, I obviously want to continue this development, so I've made a revised PDP. So some of the skills that I want to improve on are gaining more management skills, passing my assignments that are coming up. I want to improve my ability to be organised because that's something that I do struggle with. I want to improve my understanding of data analytics because although the module ends this year, it's something that I still would like to gain knowledge in and not just stop this year. I also want to improve my analytical thinking when I'm writing because I do find that I'm more descriptive, so improving that will improve my grades. So I will be doing things like applying for more management jobs. I will plan, I will be organised, I will do my assignments with enough time, and I will use the support and advice from my lecturers. I also will continue to practice my analytical writing even when I'm not doing assignments and I don't have assignments due. And hopefully all together this will help improve my skills and make sure that I am a good employee, and hopefully these will all be done by the 5th of August 2026, which is another 3 months from now. Thank you for listening to my PowerPoint. Overall, I have developed a lot in the last 6 months, and I am looking forward to developing more over the next couple of months and in my final year of my degree. Here is a list of all the references I have used throughout my PowerPoint.